review often?
Um, so the rest of you, Rook and Willow, you agreed to go with Tor up to the town of Cleany, where he had asked the two of you to join him on an adventure to get revenge against the forces that took his crew. Um, and we will say that along that 2 week journey, that is where you guys met Dawn Shadow, the human paladin. Um, and during that time, you guys went on, we'll say, at least a meaningful enough adventure to account for your level up. What that adventure
Mm.
is would, it's not particularly relevant to what is coming up. Um, but the four of you have had a little bit of time together over the past 2 weeks to get to know one another, um, compared to the 2 days that technically the other adventure took place on. Um, Hold on, I gotta shut my door.
Well, plus the trip down to the next town and back.
It was an adventure.
Oh, by the way, I have pug socks.
Pug
No,
socks.
you don't. I don't believe you. Why would you have that?
Oh my god, I can't do that. I'm too fucking fat. Oh yeah, there we go.
I don't think most people
Pugs.
can do that.
It's hard to see, but pugs.
Wow. I'm
All right.
sure. I mean, as long as you say so.
I mean, I have a pug butt over right there. It's a pug butt pillow. All right. So like I said, you guys went on this 2 week journey up to the capital of Cleany. Now, the capital of Cleany is a place that those who are more nautically, uh, more nautically charged will often spend their time. Being that it is the capital of the local region that you are in, the Sea of Cleanend, um, it is one of the most notable cities within this area, um, thus controlling a fair amount of power and also being one of the biggest sources of import and export, but of also piracy. So it is along the way there, as I said, you guys meet up with your ally Dawn Shadow, and then you make your way out to the city. Now, I'm actually going to share my screen here, because while on the map, I actually. Oh wait, no, I do have it. Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to share this one. Um, yeah. So here we have the actual town proper of Cleany. The other picture that I had up there was more of what the style of the town looks like. So it is a massive location. Um, in fact,
Lost there.
here we go. This is the one that I wanted to pull up. This is actually, if you look at my, why is it not showing up? Yeah, here we go. We'll just have to do it this way. So yeah, the location of Cleany is a massive, sprawling near metropolis right along the port side. Um, it's here that most people make their names for themselves, as well as, a bit of, you know, a bit of scum and villainy, as it will be. Tor knows this place quite well, as he is from here, but not only that, he's, kind of notable, as his ship has been docked in the ports now under the watchful eye of Captain Dunburu for the past few months. And what was the name of your ship again?
It's the Raked Saker.
That's right. So why don't you give a brief description of this ship?
Okay, well, I don't really know ships in real life.
Well.
But, so the ship doesn't honestly look like much. I mean, it's a 3-masted ship. It's yeah, we'll just do this. So when you guys get up to the ship, it is understandably underwhelming, but Tor says, hey, you know, she may not look like much, but she made the Falcon run in 12 knots.
Okay. I don't know what that is, but okay.
The Kessel
Good
run in
job.
12 parsecs.
You hear a man behind you. He says, "What's the Falcon run?" And like there's a bit of a pause, and he says, "And by the way, knots is a measurement of speed." And it's as soon as he says, you know, "What's the Falcon run?" you hear this crazy old sea dog that's standing on one of the piers, kind of looking out over everything, and says, "Yar, the Falcon run. It be the most notorious smuggling run this side of the blue seas. Only the most suicidal of pirates can traverse these waters." Says, the other man looks over, and, you know, this is just another ship hand. He's like kind of standing there. He sees the four of you, you know, looking on this old sea dog, you know, kind of like two eyes going in opposite directions. He's like, "Well, what makes it so dangerous?" And again, it's a measurement of speed. And the old sea dog says, "Arr, there be a mighty monster in the briny deep that lays claims to thee waters. Ye travel too close, and you'll meet Poseidon in the depths." And the man looks over, the ship hand looks over and says, "Oh, for the gods' sakes, it's knots is a measurement of speed."
No, knots, not knots. N-A-U-T.
That's even worse.
Just standing there watching this argument taking place. Like, is this what is happening right now? I don't understand.
And when you hear when you're saying that, you guys hear this voice call out over the commotion, and that kind of breaks. It kind of like hushes everyone else as this powerful voice says, "Yarr, Tor, me boy, it has been a while since I have laid me eyes upon ye. See that you finally made it back to the capital." And as you turn around, they're standing atop one of the higher decks on a pier is somebody that you recognize, Tor, as Captain Dunburu. For the rest of you, you are seeing who looks like a powerful black lizard folk. He has these. He has
black.
because he's black. Has
Genetics?
he has these appendages, these fringes coming off of his head that that are adorned with beads and other gold pieces in sort of a fashionable sense. But something that you note about him is that down his arms he has these almost look like veins popping out of him that are colored white. And he takes a bit of a jump over the edge of this railing and lands down in front of all of you, giving a bit of a shudder to all the boards. and he slaps a heavy hand on Tor's shoulder. He says, "Yar, your ship be looking good as new soon enough. But I'm glad you got my missive when you did."
Dunbaru, meet my new crew. And I motion to them.
And he looks across all of you and he says, "Arr, you found a good crew, I see. You got ones that seem to be fit and willing." And he kind of eyes up the three of you. He says, "Be that true?"
I haven't listened to a word he said. I'm just staring at like the patterns on his arms. Like, where did you get that done?
"Arr, this, yes." And he looks down. He says, "This be from whenever I claimed me title of captain of the Sailors Guild. 'Twas a bit of a strange occurrence. I was out aboard the high seas on my ship," and he gestures off to the right, and you see this massive 5-masted galleon that appears to be made out of blackened wood. And he says, "Yes, the obsidian beast that she is. I was out aboard her. I was trying to claim a treasure like no other, but we ran into a bit of a storm. My boys were under deck, and I was taking to the crow's nest to keep an eye on things. While I was up there, the gods decided that I was an ample target, as a bolt of lightning came down and struck the mast that I was on. The day after, these appeared on me arm, the burn away of my skin, but leaving the markings of the gods."
So I have to get struck by lightning. Okay.
Char, there be other ways if you wish to get some brazened tattoos as well.
I mean, I'm down 100%. I thought, you had like, you knew a tattooist, down by the docks you could hook me up with, give me a recommendation, but no, go stand in the crow's nest, get hit by lightning. That's doable, I guess.
It be a sign from the gods. 'Twas why I was chosen to lead the Sailors Guild. And oh, sorry, good.
Does that involve like sailing? Cause
Leading the Sailors Guild?
no, sorry, I was looping back to us joining his crew.
It be. Did Tor not explain to ye what the situation is?
No, I got it. I guess it just ain't never run a ship before.
Running a ship. Not be as hard as most think.
But I turn to Rook and be like, "Are we getting shanghaied right now? Is that what's happening?"
I mean,
No,
Tor's been calling you his crew since you met him. So
I know. I just thought that was like your dialect from saying like your friends and like your family, your people. Like we're a crew. I didn't think we're like
there's a
your
ship.
Grooming us
employees.
to believe we're his crew.
Well, I mean, that ain't quite how it goes with this sort of ship. It's more like contractors, getting a share of the plunder and that. It's a partnership, just with a sort of a command structure built in.
partnership.
Yarr! Well, being that he kind of looks at all of you, and he looks out at the three of you, and he says, "Well, then be it you will join us on this journey."
I mean, I guess I have an open schedule now.
And he looks at the rest of you.
I
Yeah,
addressed
man.
the part.
Just so long as you can explain to me what you mean when you say things like foxhole and that.
Foxhole?
Oh,
Foxhole,
fox.
forecastle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are words that I don't even know. I do have that actually in here, aft castle and forecastle.
And poop deck.
And poop deck. Yes, that's historic. That's
I
a historically accurate name.
I decree as first order of this new union of crewmates that Tor,
Use
you make
new
us
words.
lexicon, because you're gonna start throwing $5 words at us. I want to know what they mean,
I don't.
because
All right.
you start saying parts of a ship I'm not gonna recognize. Don't be mad at me if I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
So with that,
Right, left, front, back.
port starboard, aft bow.
You got
But we'll
the deck.
say
Why it's not
Keel.
right there,
keel.
depending which way you're standing.
I got
Well, that's why it's port and starboard and not left or right.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
Yes, it's right. That's why I was
bow,
saying it's why it's not left and
forecastle,
right.
Yep.
main
That's
deck,
like when
quarter
we
deck,
do
aft castle.
for cars. Because I always have to like, which side? Well, if
Yeah.
you're standing in front of it, no. I'm
Passenger
like, no,
side.
driver's side or passenger side.
Yep.
They're like,
There was one on here that got me, and that was where is it? Mizzen mast. Yeah. The aftmost mast on a ship having 3 or more masts.
Oh,
That was a
But
bunch. I recognize those as words, but I do not acknowledge them as.
yeah, as having meaning.
Yeah.
So we will say with that, Captain Dunburu will lead all of you up into the guild office, where he has a table, a couple chairs around it. He offers you all seats, and aboard this, he has um, he has these like plans drawn out. He has a map of the local area, as well as out into the sea. He has a nautical map of a lot of the regions out there. And on this map, you see a couple notable things. One, you see a model of his ship, the Obsidian Beast. You see a location on there which is marked as Cleany. And then you also see a ship that is kind of dyed with a bit of an obscure like red and green color, that is set out a little bit further into the sea. And when he sits all of you around, he looks at all of you and he says, "Arr, now that we have a moment to discuss the situation." He looks over at you, Tor, and he says, "Things were a bit sketchy there for a while. As you know, we've been trying to track down that ship, and while it was a bit rough, we were finally able to get the pieces together that we needed." And he points to the ship that's on the map that is painted in the obscure colors. He says, "It wasn't easy, but we were able to find the damn thing. A good crew was lost in the hunt, and whereas we thought that it might be an impossible get, we finally have figured out a way to track where it is going, and we've been able to keep an eye on it for a few days and weeks. But the time has come, as its trajectory is going to be bringing it back towards the port soon enough. So we must make our attempt while the opportunity is good."
Okay.
And
well, no time like the present.
says,
Well, I'm ready to go.
so I forgot to ask while we were around and about. I thought we would be able. I thought we were going to give an option to buy things or to say we bought things.
I mean, if you wanted to buy
Mostly
something, just use
health
like
potion.
exchange your money for it.
Well, some things don't always have money. Well, typically when adventuring, we find things. So we just got leveled up. We didn't find anything.
Yeah, if you want to buy something, you would be just spending your gold for it. Because again, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
but
I mean, like I said, the adventure that happened was
yeah.
mostly just to say like, hey, you guys went on a thing, you did a thing, and you leveled up, which is why you're level 6. So, because I mean, otherwise, there might be the argument of, oh, I found a, +2 plate of armor, or found an ethereal sword or something like that. Which, like I said, when it comes,
I found a longbow for however much it cost.
yeah. So, I mean, for what it's worth, you guys should all have like well over 300 gold apiece. So, like I said, if there are things that you want to buy, as far as potions or, equipment or armor, that has a gold value to it, be my guest. Just make sure that you account for the gold that you take out. I mean, I'll be straightforward. When I was planning on running this as like a longer form, 4-chapter thing, that was going to play a lot more in it. Essentially, the way that I'm now running this is less of a like continuing campaign building up to this big thing, and the Plight of Crespri Toke was a self-contained adventure. You end up leaving with whatever you found along the way. This is going to be a self-contained adventure. Whatever you have at the very end is going to be whatever you walk away with as these characters. So, like I said, it's more along the lines of, if you wanted something, make sure that you account for it in your gold. But that's going to be about it.
Potions. Where's the potions? Yes. Yeah, placebo.
Yeah, placebo of healing.
You don't want
I think you make
Just
you make an intelligence save, and if you fail it, it gives you the same effect as a healing potion. But if you pass the save, it has no effect. So it's like you want to fail the save. Yeah. I liked that one. That was the one that I was gonna do when I played Nigel Bumcox, the snake oil salesman. That was gonna be the thing that he could make.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I'll also say, if you want to buy like a greater healing potion, it would just be double the cost of a normal
that's
healing
the
potion. So it's like
So-
healing potion, or
that
a healing potion is 50 gold.
that's kind of common,
Greater healing potion would
but
be
it doesn't
100
actually
gold.
have a cost.
Right. Superior healing would be 200. So, like I said, you're doubling, you're reducing the amount of actions by doubling the amount of healing you get in one go, but you're also, you have less of them.
And I'm just looking for potion of healing. I don't think that's
You
under
have to
potions.
not. You have to.
Oh yeah.
Take off the potion.
I'll
and
say,
then
yeah,
type healing.
it's technically, I think, under adventuring gear.
There you go. Potion of healing. Yes, I'll take 2 of those. Add to my. Let's put 1 on me and 1 in my portable hole.
Ooh.
Wait, what? You have your own portable hole?
No, I took the portable
Or are
hole.
we just saying you hold? Yeah, it's in my equipment.
Yeah,
So
you
I
didn't
don't mind
claim
taking
it,
it out.
so
I did,
okay.
actually. I wrote it, my name by it, but it's not that important.
So if you
You
roll,
can
scroll
definitely
all.
have it.
I don't want to play rules lawyer here, but if you
Yeah.
scroll all the way up to in Rise of the Undying, where we have all those magical items, where we're supposed to put your name next to or click that you have it.
I was actually scrolling up
Okay.
to see what was in there,
I'm
if that was a thing.
But I'm certain
It
I
is.
put my name by it. It's not important
I'm like,
because I don't actually care.
still scrolling up.
you're gonna see that there is a little
It was one
face.
of those things because at the
Oh yeah, there
time,
it is.
Yeah,
I
There's a
asked
there's
little
a
everyone
Beckett.
if they wanted
there's
it.
a little
Nobody
Beckett right
seemed to
there.
care. So
Like I looked at it. I looked at it this morning. I'm like, no one's taking it. I'm taking it. Put little Beckett right there.
There it
I
is.
think it's because no
Little
one
Beckett
took
face.
it, and I defaulted and put everything in my inventory, so I didn't have it nowhere. But I
Well,
don't actually
I
care.
feel like it
I
would have
don't
been
know how to get rid
appropriate
of it.
for Tor to take the tanker to sobriety.
yeah.
Why would he want to be
To be
sober?
sober, yeah. All right. Yeah, so like I said, go ahead and add whatever you guys want. Like I said, if it doesn't have a cost, just let me know. Sure we can figure that out. Um,
Gold,
That's what I was bringing up because a lot of things that are
100.
not super
Remove.
common, but like that greater potion of healing, it doesn't list the cost, so I didn't know if we could buy it.
well, again, yeah, like I said, you're just gonna double it.
I mean,
So
yeah.
the only one that would be different would be like, the potion of mana recovery, for example. That would be the same price as a healing potion, and that would just go up accordingly in the same respect.
Trash garbage. Oh,
Oh, hey, the
hilarious.
crown of many arrows. Why doesn't he use that more often? Hmm.
Da, da, da. There was one potion I was looking at.
There was what?
There was one potion I was looking at. It's a potion called Bottled Breath.
Bottled breath.
Oh, I have oh,
Bottle
where'd I put
contains
it?
a breath of elemental air. When
Hmm.
you inhale it, you can either exhale it or hold it. If you exhale the breath, you gain the effect of a gust of wind spell. If you hold the breath, you don't need to breathe for 1 hour, though you can end this benefit early, for example, to speak. Ending it early doesn't give you the benefit of exhaling the breath.
Interesting. Where is that
Um,
from? Oh, that's from Prince of the Apocalypse. Interesting.
I'm just looking at this is that we're going I'm just
obsessed.
thinking as myself like
I have a
I'm standing
spell,
here and
the water breathing.
Oh, okay.
okay.
I took water breathing. I can cast it onto 10 people.
Well, I mean, the bottled breath allows you to cast gust of wind.
I know it's isn't it? It's an extra thing. So
You hold the breath. You don't need to
you want
breathe for 1 hour, though you can end this benefit early. To speak, ending it early doesn't give you the benefit of exhaling the breath. Huh. Gust of wind is still a good, powerful spell.
Yeah, it's like how
There's the
much would you
breathing
say
bubbles too.
how much would you say a bottle of breath would cost?
Uh, Probably at least 50 gold.
Done.
Cool.
All right. What about the breathing bubble?
Breathing bubble.
It's similar, but just the no gust of wind effect. But it's an item that replenishes it 1 hour of air at dawn.
Um, see here.
How much would you say an antimatter rifle would cost?
More than you have.
Probably, yes.
All right. Price
Wondrous.
pricing guide. There we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
how much for a bottle of Boundless coffee?
Bottle of boundless coffee?
Yes.
What? Jesus, guy. Hold on.
I know I'm asking too much here.
No, it's like
I was,
oh,
I was looking at it's under the wondrous item list, and it's like the first thing that came up. I'm like, hold on a second. I think I actually need this in my life.
I'm going to say the breathing bubble is going to be at least 100 gold.
All right, yeah, I'll do that.
I want to get this prosthetic limb so I can attract anamorphic raccoons. Anthropomorphic raccoons. I mispronounced that word.
This metal bottle carries delicious warm coffee. It comes with a stopper. Just even when open, doesn't accept. Each time you drink it, rolls one. What the fuck? It's just always coffee.
It's just it's just a thing that has coffee in it.
Yeah, it's just a decanter of coffee.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, that's a thing. Oh boy.
There's this I've lost it. The lightning resistance and thunder resistance.
What, a potion?
They're potions. Good for 1 hour.
Uncommon, minor tier. Let me see. Where are we at?
I also don't want to be like necessarily buying 3 uncommon because I put 1 greater healing in and I already accounted for that.
Potion of resistance is going to be 200 gold apiece.
Oh. How much would an Eldritch Claw tattoo cost?
What the fuck? So wait, it's a tattoo?
Yeah, it's a tattoo.
Which one?
Eldritch Claw. It's Eldritch Claw.
Oh,
while this tattoo is on your skin, your unarmed strikes are magical for the purpose of overcoming immunity and resistance. You gain a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls with unarmed strikes. Eldritch Maul, as a bonus action, you can empower the tattoo for 1 minute. For the duration, each of your melee attacks with a weapon or unarmed strike can reach a target up to 15 feet away from you as inky tendrils launch towards the target. In addition, your melee attacks deal an extra 1d6 force damage per hit. It's a green item. What's that? Magical or?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Uncommon.
It's a wondrous uncommon tattoo. Let me see.
I don't know why these things don't have prices on them.
Because technically magic items don't have prices. Magic items are like art in the real world where they're just kind of priceless and the value is determined. Okay, so
yeah, but these things are specifically, tattoo specific. You go get a tattoo needle.
Right, you have to get a magical tattoo needle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so with that, I'm going to say that it's probably going to be more expensive than what you could afford.
Probably.
I mean, now there is a website that I go to fairly often that you can just type in the item, and it's listing the Eldritch Claw tattoo at 5,000. I wouldn't necessarily say that because it might be closer to like the 500 range in my book. But it does give like a, the rarity of an item is going to increase the price, and being that is uncommon, that would set the price between 100 and 500 gold. But being that you guys are 5th level or higher, that's going to put it in more of the 500 to 5,000. So I'd probably say it's at least 500, which I think would be more than what you have.
It was.
Okay. If you're all good with...
Yeah, it'd be easier if they listed them whether they had
if
a
you want to
cost
just tell
or
me to
not.
fuck off about the decanter of coffee, I can. Just
Oh, wait,
go with
do you actually want that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean, sure. Let me type in generator. Hold on. because that's definitely not going to be one on that list. We'll go an endless amount of coffee. Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Common. Well, understood. Yeah, I'll say 100 gold. I don't even know. I don't even know what it would be. It's so obscure.
Fuck yeah, done. I'm buying it.
It's just it's like such a weird thing.
It's gonna be on my person at all times.
Oh my god.
That is money well spent in my book.
Yeah.
The amount of coffee I drink, yeah, that's just fucking and equipped. Yes.
Yeah. Well, hey, if it works. Like I said, I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if he's real, if he's being real about this, or if he's just fucking with me.
No, I'm not fucking with you. I legit wanted that.
Yeah, it's fine. All right. I am still trying to find some. There we go. Open a new tab. Is that? Yeah, that's who I thought it was.
All right, I've got the breathing bubble in case I need to be underwater. I've got fishing tackle. I've got a bucket of worms.
Bucket of worms.
Funny thing.
bait.
The funny thing is, I feel like
I
I
didn't
feel
know it
like
was an option.
I feel like if we would have
I added
continued
it.
the conversation with Dunborough, there might have been just like a slight change in the maybe kind of some of the stuff you might be going for. Only some.
Mm.
Well, we probably got some of our shopping done on the way in, so
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah, that's what I was
kind of
thinking. Like,
leaning towards.
we're going to help him and be his crew. We're gonna just guess what we need, I guess.
I'm gonna be 100% real with you. I'm not entirely sure I can swim, so that's why I'm like, if I'm getting on that ship,
is that an
I need
athletics check?
It is.
I'm not great at that.
Yeah, swimming against the current is definitely athletics.
cool.
Where is that fucking map? Why am I having so much difficulty finding this?
Well, the trick is in the ocean. You don't swim against.
The open. Yeah, that's the map I fucking need. Where is it? Paste. There it is, for fuck's sake. Oh, that's why it has like 50 maps with it.
Mm.
Gridded. What? Do I not get that? Oh, I just have the $1 one. Of course. I'm
You can
not
buy an
fancy.
elephant as gear. It's not even as expensive as I thought it would be.
It's a mount.
Elephants cost 200.
It's a mount.
I just figured they cost more than, like, horse.
People, I mean, you gotta
They
think
certainly should cost more per feed.
back then. More people would have wanted a horse than they would have wanted an elephant.
Probably.
Hold up.
I was just surprised it's in the list.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at something that came up in my news feed.
Yeah.
Um. Uh. Someone has a copy of Silent Hill, the Black Label, the original version of the game for PS1,
Mm-hmm.
sold for $20,000 on eBay.
Jesus.
Want to know what I'm holding in my hand right now?
The same thing?
Same thing. I'm like, okay, you telling me this thing this can sell for $20,000? You sons of bitches!
Dude, that's how I felt with
Like,
whatchamacallit, my first
you
edition books.
because you want to know what else I have right next to it? Final Fantasy VII for PlayStation 1.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I have that game.
I'm like I can't imagine these actually are like worth anything until you find some rando on the internet. It's like, I must have it. Here's all of my money.
All of my money.
Well, I'm gonna see, like, okay, so what do I have to do to sell this thing for $20,000?
Kind of how I feel. So let's make you some money.
Okay, all I gotta do is just put it on eBay.
Really cool map.
Oh, okay. So this thing has to be new, still in its still like wrapped in plastic,
Yeah, that doesn't
and
surprise me.
you'll sell it for $20,000, but unwrapped as is, it sells for $100. And like, that's still a substantial amount of money for what is at this point a 23-year-old game.
Yeah, really. Oh,
which
this.
which you can at this point get for like $19 on the PSN as a remaster.
Oh, for
But
real?
yeah, they have a what is it they made? They did like a HD remaster of Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3, and I think it's like 20 or 30, like $20 to $30 on the PSN.
Sure, my one friend got it. He's huge. He's a huge Resident Evil nerd.
Yeah, I played that game so much back in the day.
I was never huge into it. I just really couldn't get into it too much.
I love weird. I love weird games like that, and
Yeah.
it just drew me. Again, it's like it just drew me in even more because it was a game that took place in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
Like much like the original Resident Evil games, they all took place in Raccoon City, Pennsylvania. I'm like, it's like, oh, people are making games about the state I live in. No one does that. Everything
Right.
takes place in New York. And like, Pennsylvania's cool, guys. Come on,
That's what
guys.
some game dev from Pennsylvania wants you to believe.
Sounds like somebody's just jealous that no one has any games in Virginia. Actually, wait. I think one of the Fallout games takes place in Virginia. Or is that West Virginia?
That's West Virginia.
Ah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, you don't have any
it's
games that take place in Virginia.
yeah, it's the one that's the multiplayer one, the bad one.
Oh, 76, yeah.
Yeah. I tell you what though, even though that was the worst one of them all, I personally believe that it was phenomenally amazing when it came to the soundtrack.
Well, hold on. Part of the Capital Wastelands, Virginia.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because it's DC and surroundings.
I don't know too much about it beyond that.
So games that
So Fallout
take
3
place in Virginia. It says Assassin's Black Flag.
Oh yeah, a good bit of that and
yeah.
the Revolutionary War one.
And Assassin's Creed 3. And Alone in the Dark, but we're not going to claim that.
Ew.
Oh, those are just the A's. A bunch of Call of Duties. Actually, Fallout 3 does say Virginia.
Yeah, good chunk of the
Couple Tom Clancy, bunch of Tom Clancy games.
Because Quantico probably.
Yep.
Yeah, centers a lot of their games center around DC because it's the counter-terrorist units.
Yeah, the Division 2 has the setting there.
CTU, baby. CTU. Alrighty then. So, if you guys are all set,
Yep.
Disney's Pocahontas.
oh no. No, not that.
Was definitely in Virginia,
It
though.
was definitely in Virginia. So yeah, like I was saying, Captain Dunborough kind of presents you guys with this map that has the location of this ship. You actually see a little flag there attached to it that says Vampirate Ship. And he's looking across it and he says, "Arr, well, so here be the situation." He's kind of more referring to this to the rest of the three of you, because Tor more or less knows this. He says, "The ships here out in Cleone, they keep getting attacked. There's a misty fog that rolls in and reigns supreme over the sea. We've lost many lives, and the business and the settlements around here are on the brink of collapse. We have done our research. We have tracked down the ship. It is full of undead monstrosities, as well as what we believe be vampiric thralls. When we found the ship filled with the Undying soldiers, it cannot be assaulted by traditional means." And he looks over at Tor and he says, "We've lost 2 more galleons in that effort. But of those 2, we were able to gain a piece of information, as well as an important artifact." And with that, he pulls out this lantern that you can see. It has this green light bulb in it, as well as a parallax mirror in the background of it.
I'll charge my ring.
Yeah. And he says, "The ship itself, the first attempt that we made, it was all but incorporeal. We weren't even able to touch it. But when the beasts got off of the ship, they were able to affect ours. So we tracked down these items. This was able to turn it from incorporeal to tangible. We can use this to board it. But, again, this must be a more private occasion. Should we take a galleon out there again, they would surely know what we are doing. Our best chance is to head out by nightfall. Use the spot of the moon to guide us to the ship through the fog. And aboard the ship ye shall go. I will wait alongside in the tiny jet." And when he says the jet, Tor, you know that as being one of the dinghies that the Obsidian Beast has with it. So he is referring to taking you all out aboard a small like rowboat out there to board the ship itself.
All right, so Is there anything else we need to prepare before we leave, or should we just wait for nightfall and head on out?
Well, the worst thing I can think of, should it happen, be one of the creatures of the briny deep laying claim between here and there. Being that more attacks have been happening recently, I would say it's only a bit of a precaution, but ye might prepare for a fight with a tentacled beast.
Okay.
So we need to protect our holes? What are we talking about here?
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
I mean, you know that if you want that kind of business, you can talk to the mind flayers down at the tickling tentacles.
This place is weird.
You're sure be. One of the things that I had to like contend with when I was making this was the voice that I was gonna do for Captain Dunburu. Because he's a lizard folk, like I still wanted to give him like a bit of a hiss. But then it gave me this whole backstory of why Captain Dunburu actually speaks with such a heavy like pirate-esque accent, because lizard folk, much like Yonti, do speak with a bit of a hiss. And it was going to be, "Yar, I speak with a heavy pirate accent," because saying "arr" is a lot better than saying "arse."
You've cracked yourself up.
I did. It's fucking hilarious.
I
So
feel like you've
yeah,
been holding on to that line.
it's been months. But so yeah, we'll say with that, Captain Dunburu stands up and he says, "Well, I would recommend you taking to the shops here. I'm sure you can find a number of supplies that you need in order to make this as quick as possible. Upon the full moon rise, we shall make to the shore."
Full moon?
Technically, yesterday
I
was
didn't
the
know
full moon
was
in
that
game.
close.
Yeah, yesterday in game was the full moon, so it's today would be the full moon fading. So it's still very close to being a full moon.
I always look for the calendar in the OneNote, and it's not there. I have to go look for it elsewhere.
Okay. Well, I have all of my provisions ready.
So I didn't even know I didn't even know this, but my buddy Jared is watching the stream, and he messages me
Yeah.
and he goes, "Can you purchase a brick of coffee?" But he messaged me. He says, "Being the undead pirate I am, I hate that pun." Hey, I'm sorry, buddy. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, with that, so we will move on to that evening as you all load up into this small boat. It's just the 5 of you. You do see a couple of the ship hands for the obsidian beast there, kind of watching all of you. Captain Dunburu has explained that that you guys will be gone at least through the night, if not for the next few days. So, with that, you all start to make your way out to sea. The moonlight shining down across the black waters. And it's as the shoreline is starting to disappear. As you can see on the map, there is a bit of a channel leading you out. But eventually, you start to make your way out to the open sea. As the water is lapping, as Captain Dunburu and his mighty muscles are rowing this ship, or this small keelboat along the way, it's at that point that you start to hear a bit of a splash from around you. The captain kind of raises an eyebrow, if lizards have eyebrows, and he looks over at you, Tor, and he says, "Did you hear that, me boy?"
I did that.
Well, I think we might have some company. Keep your eyes open, all of ye. The first sign of trouble,
No, yeah.
give a signal. What's up?
Is the
I was
encounter
gonna say,
plus up
can
yet?
I cast?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Oh, you mean? Sorry. Can I cast water breathing? It lasts for 24 hours.
Yeah, you could cast that whenever.
10 of us.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, you can definitely cast that.
I mean, I pretty much with that and/or water walking, and it was a challenge to pick. I nearly had both. I picked something else instead, but
All right. So you all have the ability to breathe underwater for the next 24 hours. So
Okay.
there goes the necessitation of, that kind of, fucking damn it. I was hoping I could drown one of you.
what? Are you okay?
So it's as you are rowing along, you cast this spell. I need everyone to make me a perception check. And I don't know if any of you do. I doubt you do, but if you have anything that gives you a bonus to like keen sense with hearing, that would be applicable because this is going to be hearing as well.
23.
20.
All right. So, Willow and Chime. I'm going to say, Tor, you're obviously, very accustomed to being out at sea. The sound of the water almost becomes just a background noise for you, because you have trained yourself to focus on the other sounds that are going on. Willow, I'm going to say that you mainly see and hear this as, your inner machinations are a little more accustomed to pinpointing certain things.
Apparently.
But it is as you are rowing, or as Captain Dunburu is rowing along, he is trying to keep as much eye open as possible. But it's the two of you that spot, emerging out of the water, you see a cluster of tentacles surrounding your ship.
Who's in the mood for calamari?
And
Ooh, me. I want calamari.
Rubbery.
What's that again?
yep. All right. So these are not going to get the surprise round on you guys.
Not that they could have anyway, with my great club of warning.
Oh fuck, that's right. Yeah. We'll definitely also attribute some of yours to your great. Fuck, I forgot about that son of a bitch.
My great fuck of
Throw
warning.
that. Flip it away.
Yeah, that's definitely like pinging in your hand. So all right, everybody, go ahead and roll initiative.
Initiative.
Oh, I'm last. I presume.
Unless somebody rolls a. Unless Ryan rolls a 1. Yep, nope. All right. So
mine's a 21.
that. It'll be the top of the order. It's going to be one of these tentacles, and I know the picture. The picture is definitely not what these are, because these are actually like based on slime tentacles. But yeah. So this thing is going to shutter
Am I
over.
missing something? Why is it still not loading up?
Did it not load the map?
I can't seem to connect to
see
the.
Yeah, mine says WebSocket disconnected.
I can't
what?
even get to that.
Hold on, let me. Sorry.
Works.
There we
It
go.
works for
There.
me.
Oh wait, that's the wrong. Wait, what? I thought I put the new thing in there. Hold on.
We didn't get the thing you sent us.
Copy
You
link.
did not. You did not
Do
get
that one. That's why. Sorry.
Hey.
That's the one that needs to be pinned. If you want to do that, Andrew, and unpin the other one.
Can do.
Ever since I
This
moved, that became the
Run
issue.
the fuck out of here. You get pinned. Oh yeah, pin it.
Why is that putting it as all black on there?
Well, this sucks.
That should
It's
be.
a little much for a rowboat.
What's going on?
I mean, you're not likely to drown. You might be,
There we go.
you know, rattled to death.
Good zoom tight.
Thank you.
All right. So yeah, you can see that, you see these tentacles. They rise up. Tor, your great club begins to warn you, and you see one of the tentacles rising up from the waters. Willow, you're able to see and hear this as one comes forward and crashes down on top of the ship. Oh. And, oh shit, I forgot to do this, and I feel like a dummy. Wait, was it this one? Yeah, it's the rowboat. Because, funny enough, the rowboat actually has hit points and AC.
Does.
Of course it does.
Right, so it was a 24 to hit. As I said, it's coming down on top of the ship itself. It is going to deal 7 points of damage to the ship. You hear the splintering and cracking as you're all able to move out of the way of this, as the tentacle moves back. Tor.
All right. So I am going to go ahead and I need a minute to refamiliarize myself.
It's all good.
Uh,
It's kind of why I wanted to run this this combat session today. Get everybody reacquainted with your character and your skills and abilities.
Because I've added longbow as a kensei weapon, so I bought a longbow.
Very nice.
And I'm going to go ahead and do the kensei shot.
Okay.
And shoot at a tentacle. The kensei shot is you get a bonus action on your turn to make ranged attacks with a kensei weapon to deal an extra d4 damage of the weapon's type.
Nice.
So what I don't know is that actually making 2 attacks then, because
yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's to make ranged attacks, plural, with a weapon until the end of your current turn. So as many attacks as you can make with your basic action, you get that bonus.
Okay. So first attack actually doesn't say attacks 2. Okay, so I do get 2 attacks.
Mhm.
Okay, so first attack. I forgot how stupid this thing is.
I'll say slow. 15, that hits.
And then I just add a D4 to
Yep,
that.
add a D4.
That thing came in as the 1 and didn't move the whole.
Just slid across the map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, and then next attack. Mm,
That hits.
okay. I guess I probably should have specified. I feel like a damn rookie here. I'm gonna shoot at E1 because it hasn't attacked yet.
Can do. I actually assumed that you were attacking the one that had attacked you, but it does totally make sense. You're attacking the one that is closer to you.
Yeah, and also if we can somehow kill it.
What's that? Kill it what?
I said if you can somehow kill it before it attacks, that's obviously better.
True.
So that's an additional 2 damage. It
All
has not populated yet, even though it's sitting on a 2.
Okay.
So,
All right.
oh, not responding. That's why. There
It goes. All right. The one that is closest to Dawn Shadow is going to swing down, trying to break the ship as well.
So this is gonna sound weird.
Uh-huh.
Uh, can I impose, because I'm within 5 feet of the ship? Can I impose disadvantage on this attack?
Yes, you can.
Then I will do that.
Okay. Give me... So unfortunately it is still going to hit.
Son of a bitch.
But I will
Bullshit.
we'll do this.
Ow.
There we go. Yeah, we will say that you are able to at least bounce a little bit of it off to the side, causing it to not take on nearly as much damage. All right, on to Rook. Oh, wait, that would have been your reaction, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, on to Rook.
All right. I'm gonna throw on Spirit Shroud as a bonus action.
Okay. What is the... Any creature... Okay, so I'm going to put an aura on you.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's relevant in this fight, but I'm gonna go with Radiant. Seems safe.
Okay. Till spell ends, any attack you make deals when you had a creature within 10. Okay. All right. Well, at least that range will show just how far away 10 feet from you is.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what are you doing as your action?
I'm going to attack E1.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Let me just double check.
Mhm.
Yeah. So Thirsting Blade, so that's going to be 2 attacks with the packed weapon.
The 22 hits, the 10 does not.
All right.
Right. 15 damage.
Plus the Spirit Shroud damage.
That's only if you hit a creature within 10 feet of you.
Oh, right. My bad.
It's all good. All right. So that is... Let's see something. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Well, next time I can ready an action to shoot the next tentacle that attacks the boat.
Right.
Or anyone on it.
All right. So that one you blast a massive chunk out of this tentacle. The sound from underneath of you hear this high-pitched whining gurgle as the tentacle whips around, splashing blood across the sea. It is going to move up, and it is actually going to focus its attack on you, Rook. That's going to miss. But it is going to sideswipe the boat for just a quarter of damage. So the boat is rocking back and forth with every swipe coming down. The water churns up around you. Captain Dunbur is doing everything that he can in order to keep the boat straight. You can see him struggling against these waves, trying to keep the boat in place and away from any one particular tentacle. I did not mean to move that guy so far back. Yeah, he is going to stop there. All right, this one's going to move up and is going to attempt the same thing. No, that doesn't even hit the boat. This one just slams down, kind of splashing Rook and Dawn Shadow with a deluge of water.
This is the playful one.
Yeah, it's just one splashing.
So friendly.
Speaking of Dawn Shadow.
Well, there's not really a whole lot I can do here. They're all outside of melee range, so
You could ready an action if you wanted to. Have the trigger be when it moves in.
Yeah, I'll just ready my melee attack for when it.
Just wait to get triggered.
Did you want to cast any spell prior? Because this is honestly the first time that I'm getting a good chance to look at any of your spells.
Most of my spells are either bonus actions or other things. So no.
Okay.
Warding bonds.
You took a spell that came from Monkey DMs. Actually, one of the guy who wrote this module.
Shahoon the what now?
Abyssal Strike. And Monkey DM put out a whole thing that was like underwater abyssal themed things. There's even a feat called Abyss Walker, where you gain resistance to cold damage, you gain a swimming speed, and you're acclimated to depths below 3,000 feet. So yeah, it was some. I really loved the whole concept of like an Aquaman, like paladin who fought with a trident.
Okay.
So,
I-
yeah, like I said, I was just looking at those, and I didn't know if you wanted to cast something like that and then ready your action.
No, I don't see a reason to do that yet. I will just ready my action to strike when one of these against the first tentacle that enters range, which will
Coolio.
probably be E4. That was the last wanker that tried hitting me.
Okay. So, Willow.
Um. Oh, I lost. I think I accidentally shut the map. I was dumb. But I was gonna do firebolt. I don't know which one until I look. The map came back. E2. Yeah.
Okay, what are you casting?
Firebolt.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, I was just putting the circle of light around Dawn Shadow. I imagine you have your Stargazer drawn.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, as Willow is casting the areas, as this is happening, Dawn Shadow
Yeah.
unsheaths her sword,
So
uh, glowing in the
I
moonlight.
think the moving water's making it a bit troublesome to aim.
Yes, the glow from Dawn Shadow's Stargazer is definitely a bit distracting as you cast slightly off target. All right, I have to make
Steering
a
it
check.
and it misses on its turn.
All right, so the captain is able to keep you guys in check, and does not put you any closer to any one particular tentacle. Tor. Oh, sorry, actually, nope. Sorry, my bad. I was on the wrong thing. Go. This one is coming in. Going to crash
Sorry.
down on top of Willow. That's a 23 to hit.
So my word.
And Willow, you are going to take 16 points of damage.
Good
Um,
God.
And as this
Oh, dear
happens,
Lord.
this tentacle comes down onto the ship, wraps around Willow, squeezes her, and then lifts her 10 feet up into the air.
Oh. Holy punk.
As you are being grappled above the sea by this tentacle, just kind of being thrashed around. Tor.
I'm gonna try to finish off E.
Okay.
Don't save me. I want to thrash about. Oh.
13.
Sorry, 13 does hit. Yes.
Wait, you're sorry it hits?
Sorry, I was looking down at my phone to pull up all your stat blocks on there.
So damage is 3 plus 2, so 5 total on the first attack.
Okay.
And the second attack. So that'll hit, so 15.
Okay.
Doing 10 damage plus
Damn.
plus 1 more, so 11 total.
Damn. That was max damage on that first attack, wasn't it?
On the bow, yeah.
Yeah. All
So,
right.
and just keep in mind that because where is it?
Do not know. Oh, is it the fact that they're magical for purposes of overcoming?
Well, no, it was what the hell?
Oh, you could be dealing an additional 1d6 for key points.
Yeah, I forgot about. I just scroll all the way down and go, shit, I've got a key because the
Ye-
Kensei weapons.
Yeah.
But that's actually automatic. It's oh, that's a melee weapon. Yeah, I see that. So I'll keep that in mind for next round. That's a new thing. I didn't know that.
I
It's
mean,
patient defense.
oh, gotcha.
No,
Yeah, so you can spend a point to take the dodge action as a bonus action.
no, what the hell is it?
I don't know. Step of the wind.
Okay, that's what that is. So no, that doesn't apply. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's when I make a bonus or an unarmed strike.
Oh.
Parry. Yeah.
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
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 So, okay. I just thought it was my Kensei weapon,
Right.
Specifically unarmed. Okay, so
Okay. So
that damn thing's still alive.
that damn thing is still alive, but it is just barely. Speaking of potentially just being barely alive, Dawn Shadow. This one is moving up to you, so your ready to action is going to proc.
All right, let's hit this motherfucker. All right, first swing. I guess the 9 is not going to hit it.
Unfortunately, it is not.
All right, how about I come around with that second swing? 22.
That does.
Yeah. For 10 damage. Get back, you vile tentacle. You wanker.
You hear a scream as you chop off a chunk of its tentacle as it's coming down, crashing on top of you, trying to break the ship, dealing a sizable amount of damage to the ship. You hear this massive crack going through the center of the boat.
That's not good.
All right, Rook.
It's only a problem if a hole forms in the middle of the crack.
True.
I don't think I'm gonna get much
Oh
use
my
out of
god,
this.
Eric, stop.
What?
Just stop. We are not your children.
I am. I feel like we look enough alike.
I don't think I'm gonna get much use out of this shroud because my thirsting blade only gives me an extra attack if I take the attack action on my turn. So I'm just gonna take a couple of shots.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to ready an action or anything like that.
Now, readying would mean I don't act on my turn, which means I'm only attacking once, because the thirsting blade feature says on your turn.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm gonna take my first shot on E1, see if I can finish that.
Okay.
Not with that roll.
Ooh, unfortunately not. Well, that's
Second
definitely a hit.
better.
Yeah, with that, you blast this thing in dead center mass. As you do, you see the top of it just splinter off as it falls into the water. The thrashing tentacle recedes down into the depths.
Yeah.
All right. This next one is going to move in. It's going to try and grapple at
I'd
Rook.
like to impose disadvantage.
Okay. And because of that, that definitely saved his ass.
Slap that tentacle away with my shield. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, I imagine this scene like you see the tentacle, skims through the water and it's going to wrap around. Dawn Shadow, you have a shield, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I just imagine you like imposing your shield right on top of him, in order to bounce this thing off. All right, because yeah, I rolled a 13 as well with that, so that would have been a 19, so that would have hit. Damn it. Um, and it is going to move back. If I'm not mistaken, I believe, because I've been trying to keep track of this, Rook, you would be able to get an opportunity attack on it if you wanted to make that reaction.
Yeah, I'll take the Eldritch Blast on that.
Okay.
Is that disadvantage because of the melee damage?
No, I believe you're a war. You know what? No, aren't you a warcaster? Oh wait, no, it's warcaster. It's not. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of.
Letting me take that opportunity attack with the spell, but I would need
Yeah,
gunslinger or something.
yeah. That's what I was thinking of. It was crossbow expert is the other one. So yes, it would be made with disadvantage because it's only once it moves out of your range.
Yeah, that's awful.
Ooh, that's rough.
Mm.
All right.
Awful.
I'm still flailing about in the sky.
Yes, bringing us to Willow. You are flailing about in the sky. You are grappled, which means that you are restrained.
Yes.
So that is definitely a thing. So you can try and break free of this by making an athletics check.
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at my inspiration in case I need it.
Or
Athletics.
sorry,
Let's roll high.
that's right.
What? Oh, yes.
Oh, there you go.
Whoa! I don't
Nice.
know how it's gonna help me because I'm still flailing around and I'm not gonna land in the boat.
Yeah, no, you are about 10 feet
Swim.
up. You are about 10 feet up. You're not going to take damage because you're not falling onto solid ground, but you do splash into the water. Um, that is going to be your action to break free, but you still have your movement. So
Okay.
you could move back
Yeah.
over to the ship, but you would not be able to pull yourself up in on this round.
Fair. I'm retreating so I wouldn't get like an opportunity attack against me.
No, that's actually one of the whole things about opportunity attacks is it's generally when it comes to retreating.
Yeah. Um, I don't have a swim speed. How does that work?
Swim
Can I
speed,
not?
if you don't have a swim speed, then it's difficult terrain, so it's twice you move at half speed, so or you use twice as much movement. So
And
considering
dash
that
is an action.
dash is a full action, yeah. So it would take you 20 feet of movement
Yeah.
to get over to the boat.
I'm gonna swim towards the boat. Where am I out? Oh man. Oh, I thought those squares were much bigger, but there's just
No, they're just kind of hard to see.
one.
That's
Oh, yeah, I see them. I just zoomed in some, but I can only just like hold on. I don't know how far it went. 5, 10, 15. This seems about my limit. But I'm not in the boat. I'm like next to the boat.
well, so I was gonna say, being that being you could use all of your movement, considering it would only be like you would have to use 10 feet of movement to climb up into the boat. You could get into the
Oh,
boat.
I thought you said I couldn't climb in.
When I was doing the measurement, I thought you were 15 feet away. You were only 10 feet away.
Oh,
So, because
then I guess
climbing,
I'm
if you don't have a climbing speed, then climbing is also difficult terrain.
right. That's all I can do. I'm in the boat. Can I do?
I'm on a boat.
What is going on with my air server? Okay, hold on a second.
Taking a breather.
No, my air server just like fully crashed on me.
Uh-oh.
Acting weird too. Like it was working fine this afternoon, and when I was testing it with a couple people, and now it's just behaving very oddly. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Make sure I turn off mirroring mode. What the and now my app crashed. It has got to be the map. It's got to be probably the fact that I need to shut this iPad down at some point. There we go. Okay. Should be good now? Cool. Sorry. All right. With that, this tentacle is going to move back over and it is going to crash down into the water, trying to break your ship. Reload the page. Should come up from there. And Willow, if you have any kind of melee weapon, you would get an opportunity attack as this thing is moving away from you.
Oh, good. Yeah, I've got a dagger, right? I think that's
Okay.
the only melee one I've got.
You also have a quarterstaff, which arguably has a slightly higher chance of damage, but also less to hit.
Oh, does it? Oh. Now she seems like the type who, where did I put my quarterstaff? Oh, there it is. To
Hey,
try and slash at things. No, whack them with a stick. I definitely would
Okay. Go ahead and
be
roll the
pretty
damage.
pissed off.
Okay. So you get stab at this thing as it is retreating, as it tried going back to hit you. Tor.
Okay. I guess I'll turn my attention to set E2.
Yep, the one that is the one that just grappled Willow.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and fire on it.
Okay.
Ooh, 11.
Unfortunately, that misses.
Okay.
That hits.
14. Okay. So 7 damage plus this D4 coming up, which is going to be 4 more damage. And then
Death Strike.
do the Death Strike, spend 1 key point,
Okay.
and roll a D6. Doing an additional 2 damage.
All right, 13 points of damage. Get a nice hefty chunk in, or a nice hefty arrow into that bad boy. All right. One coming down. It's going to go after Dawn Shadow.
Can I take my prepared action to hit this thing?
Yes, you can. It's also going to miss you too.
Good. Good. I have so much AC. So much.
I
First
don't have
swing.
any ACs.
Son of a bitch. Second swing. It's a 12 hit.
A 12 does hit. Wait a second. Am I forgetting something? Okay. I had to look this up because I wasn't 100% sure. Because this is one that I always forget. Yes. Okay. So not gonna take him away. So we'll give the 6 damage there. But I just had to had to double check. The readied action lets you ready any action you take, including attack, but extra attack is only on your turn. So unless Dawn Shadow has something that would somehow give her the ability to do so, whenever you take the readied action, you're only going to get 1 swing.
Okay.
So
when it moves away,
you can use your reaction to take a swing. Yes.
All right.
But that's kind of the that's kind of the thing about readying an action, is that becomes your reaction.
So readying the action is now a reaction, so I don't have a reaction anymore.
Ow.
Correct, because what it is
And can we just strike that out, because I need my reaction to impose disadvantage when this thing is attacking somebody else.
well, so do you want to not have that action ready from last time?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we'll just give it back the 6 hit points.
I mean, I can still throw shield up if it takes another swing at me, but
Not save your spell slots. I can do this every round.
It's true. Okay. Well, then it will just not hit you, and we will go on to Rook.
has it moved back?
No, it is actually up close because it is going to try something next round, and it can't use any movement.
Well, then it can enjoy some Spirit Shroud, and also its movement is less by 10.
Good.
What? Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay, good.
That you can see that starts its turn within 10 feet of you, has its speed reduced by 10 feet. So it doesn't have its speed reduced yet. It will be at the start of its turn.
Oh, that doesn't help me, but okay. Do your thing, man.
I don't know if you knew this, but it's not supposed to hit you.
Yeah. It's not supposed to help me.
All right, 2 shots with the revolver on that one.
Okay.
Since it's shroud range.
While this is all going on, you guys just see a little turtle floating by in the moonlight. Yes, those both hit.
Nice.
Oh. Fucking hell.
Jesus Christ, man. Save some for somebody else.
No, I want him to kill it. I don't care,
That's-
because I can't hit
Kill
these
it.
things.
That's 25 plus 14, so that's 39 points of damage.
And the 14's radiant.
14's radiant.
Radiant.
Well, I guess the movement doesn't actually matter anymore. As this thing crashes down on top of Dawn Shadow imposing her shield up, blocking it, and you can see that it is actually trying to retract itself down into the water. And Rook, you just like peer over the edge. You take these 2 blasts, creating this icy, or you said radiant, creating this radiant flash coming from your gun that kind of lights up this tentacle as the tentacle kind of explodes down the length of it. And you can see this shadow from below this creature that is attacking you. Son of a bitch.
Got that one. Got to reload.
All right, Dawn Shadow, it is your turn.
Is E3 going to do something?
Oh shit, that is, sorry.
Damn it! What the fuck, man?
Okay.
Yeah.
Impose my shield.
Yep.
So impose disadvantage on this thing.
Okay, because this is going after the ship.
I don't want it to attack the ship either.
Okay. Yes. So it splashes down. You see that it's trying to go for a big side swipe to kind of break off the portion of the ship that is right underneath you and Rook, and you bash your shield down into it, pushing the tentacle out of the way as you do. And you can see that it itself is also trying to now pull itself underwater.
All right, the fuck out of here.
It is your turn.
All right, is anyone hurt?
Willow.
Me.
She's also pretty
I'm
soggy behind you. She's dripping.
Yeah, a sucker mark on my arm, probably. Fucking tentacles.
Bite marks, too.
Bite marks, too. It can bite and
The suckers have teeth.
suck. Oh, nice. Nice.
Technically,
Yeah.
they're barbed, but
True. But yeah, once it's grappled, it can deal out piercing damage because it can bite you.
That's not
Sounds
desirable, but sure.
Very painful.
All right. So what are you planning on doing, Dawn Shadow?
I'm gonna pat her on the back for 7 points of health.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Healed up for 7. No
The
longer
Band-Aid,
bloodied.
one of my wounds.
this fucking cough.
I'm assuming that was your lay on hands.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. Willow, it is going to be your turn. Dawn Shadow pats you on the back, and you now have the opportunity to do some.
Oh. Yeah, still kind of pissed off at the one that tried to get me. Successfully got me. Just try and firebolt at that one again.
Okay.
See. Oh, Lord above. Ow.
I think that was
Apparently
the same.
I can't aim for shit. I think it is.
Yeah, I'm almost Yep, that is 9. Yeah. Unfortunately, it sails wide. Captain Dunborough looks at you and he like watches the firebolt fly past him. He's like, "Aim there, girl."
Wait, keep this boat steady.
Which actually,
Yeah, you have
top
to
of the
fire
initiative.
when the boat's on the downswell.
Yeah, you see him. He's like expertly maneuvering this thing with every splash. He's rowing against it to keep you guys as far away from all the other ones. And he looks at you with this kind of like incredulous glare. He's like, "I be doing what I can with what I have."
Same.
All right.
As
This
she
one's
looks a little queasy for bouncing around for the past however many seconds it's been. Or minutes while we were rowing.
all right. This one comes up, crashes down onto the ship. You see the central support that goes across the rowboat just splinters to pieces. You're basically just being held together by the main structure of the ship now. Um, and you can see that
So
this one is starting to descend down into the water. Since it still had a good bit of movement, that means that this one would technically be medium now because it is further under the water. All right, Tor.
Yeah, hold on just a second. I realized that nothing was moving on my map, so I hit black screen.
Oh, you got a black
Loading
screen?
map resources. Is E2 still up, or has that thing been blasted down away?
It is. It has a good amount of health. It is slowly retracting down into the water. There's only like a small little segment of it still poking up, whereas the other ones are far bigger.
Come on, map. There we go. Okay. So E3, I guess now that I can see it's right there.
Yeah, that one is like right on the back of the ship, and it looks like it's starting to descend into the water as well.
Okay, go ahead and fire on it to bridge it. $12.
That hits.
Seven plus, well, D4. Nope, 4. 11. Because that one is a good hit, we'll go ahead and do another deft strike. So let's see how much we can add on to that. Another 5 damage, so 16 total.
16 total.
And then second attack. That one's not going to hit, I don't think. Nope, it turned. Haha.
All right, there you go.
It was sitting there flashing a 3 and a 17.
You know what? Instead of clicking each one individually, just go to the bottom left and just roll a D4, 6, and 8, and then just add what 2 on top of that. So you can do a custom roll for all 3 die, and then just add 2.
I'll decide on the 6 after.
Gotcha.
See what these two are.
Smart.
Yeah, because it's just going to be 6 damage. I'll just take the 6 damage on that one.
All right.
All right, and that is my turn.
Holy oh. Rook. See that this one directly in front of you is starting to go under.
Well, I don't like the look of that. Yeah, I'm going to use Eldritch Blast rather than taking an action to reload.
Okay.
I've got 2 bolts on that too, though, so
Yep.
both at disadvantage against him.
Correct. That's definitely still a hit. And that's also a hit.
Nice.
2d10.
And the shroud.
Oh shit, that's right. Oh fuck, and its fucking speed is reduced.
It's going nowhere.
Oh,
You stay right
I'm gonna
there, you
hate.
son of a bitch.
If I ever
Fuck.
cast slow with something.
Okay, so that's going to be a total of 18 damage. Okay. Yeah. It's its turn. You see that it descends down into the water. It is slow moving as it does. It shrinks in size with every passing second, um, until eventually it disappears, and you can feel that it slightly is bumping up against the boat underneath. You can still see a portion of it sticking out from the water. Gotta reduce that size again. There we go. But Rook, you feel that with this radiance that you have slowed it, that its ascent back up to the ship was nowhere near what it expected. Shit. So yeah, it literally can't do anything. It just moved. Fuck. Okay, Dawn
Doesn't
Shadow.
sound like it was anywhere near.
Well, once again, thing's not within range for me to hit it.
You want to trade places? You might be able to reach from here.
No, I think we're just gonna skip, just pass.
You don't
Really
want to ready
nothing.
anything?
Not really, no, because if it's gonna use up my reaction, then no, I will just wait.
Okay. Um. That's like I said. Every time that I get to your turn, I always try. I'm like trying to look over your spells because I really didn't get a good chance to.
No, I don't really have any spells that are applicable in this situation. This fight is really not great for me.
Conducive to a soul melee fighter.
I'm glad I took that bow. So,
Willow.
I'm gonna pour myself a cup of coffee, sit down, and just let you guys have at it.
Yeah, you pull out that decanter of coffee. Roll that D20.
Oh, Jesus.
The bottle of
I have coffee.
You have coffee. All right. So
Great.
yeah, Willow, it is your turn.
Yeah. So I'm going to freaking try to steady myself on this boat and learn how to aim and shoot another freaking firebolt at that tiny thing before it escapes me.
too bad the decanter of coffee doesn't work like the decanter of endless water. Because then you could
Yeah.
just hit it with a stream of hot coffee.
Oh God.
Good. Better.
There you go. Go ahead and roll damage.
But it is the best
One of them
tasting
was
coffee I've ever had.
Which one were you hitting? Were you attacking E3 or E2?
the one, I don't know, in front of me, E2.
Okay.
Scroll down. 18 points of damage.
Yep, it is now bloodied.
Finally got him for more than I received, which is all I wanted.
All right. Well, this one, it is going to recede underneath the water. As you see the splashes move up and around until it reemerges directly beneath Captain Dunburu, tossing the ship
Why is it so big?
because this is the size it normally is. The ship only having 1 hit point left is thrown back and splintered to the sea
Motherfucker.
as you are all tossed into the water.
Damn it. I knew I should have got water walk instead. At least we stand on the water.
Tor, it is your turn. You are now waiting there in the water.
Okay. So can we actually do melee attacks?
You can. I mean, you can swim. Like I said, if you don't have a swimming speed, then your movement is just difficult terrain. So for every foot you move, you spend 2 feet of movement. So you're just
Yeah, my speed is 45, so I'm
yeah. So you're still pretty good.
all right. I am going to just go ahead and move up to E3
Okay.
or not. Why can't I control? I thought I activated.
You might have to
Oh,
choose your
because it's
token
not
'cause
responding.
Oh.
Uh,
You have to go up to the encounter
Oh,
plus.
yeah,
oh
the
no,
junior
I already
year.
did that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Believe me, I think I just have to like fully reset my iPad because I think it's my iPad.
No, what was happening was Encounter Plus wasn't responding to me. So, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and an unarmed strike. I rolled a natural 1.
Ooh.
That's a concentration check there. I figured it was probably necessary.
Oh, from getting pushed? You didn't take any damage from getting pushed, but
I
duly
was
noted.
through the air and landed in the ocean, so I made a concentration check for the spell.
Oh, gotcha.
Second attack is much better. Doing 5 damage. But as a bonus, where is it? I'm gonna spend a point and do a flurry.
Okay.
So that's a hit.
Oh yeah.
Doing 9 damage.
Okay.
And then the last attack of the flurry. $16 hit? Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
Alright. Doing 9 damage.
All right. Yeah, you kill that motherfucker. As you swim over to this thing and just begin to punch at it, just breaking it apart with every hit until you sever it. Rook.
Eldritch Blast.
Right.
Actually, hold on. starts at half movement speed, and then Eldritch Blast.
Ah, I see what you did there. I'm surprised you haven't just reloaded with the bonus action.
I checked for the reload action for firearms is an action.
Oh, I'm reading it as reload. Limited number of shots can be made with this weapon. A character must then reload using an action or a bonus action with the character's choice. That's actually from the DMG.
Oh, interesting.
Well, we will account for that next time. Unless you want both of those rolls to be with your
No,
your
the Eldritch Blast.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, they both hit, definitely.
I'm
And
pretty sure that powder is damped anyway.
with the spirit shroud.
No, for the revolver.
Oh, gotcha.
Probably does not like being submerged particularly.
True.
I mean, it's a packed weapon, but
Yeah.
I actually have to take into account how it feels about being submerged.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's more the fact of like, you know, the weapon itself has those feelings. Like, I don't like being wet. All right, so there's the spirit shroud. Still need the 2d10. Oh my god, so much damage. So that'd be a total of 26. Which is just enough to destroy that thing. So this tentacle goes underwater, comes back up underneath the ship, throwing the ship and splintering it to bits and pieces. There's boards kind of strewn about from this rowboat that are floating across the sea. As Tor goes over and just pummels the other tentacle, Rook, you swim over, you cast these two spells, blasting this tentacle apart. You hear a high-pitched shriek come from underneath the water as you see all the other smaller tentacles begin to recede down. There's a slight whirlpool effect as you're all kind of tossed about. But then after a few seconds, the water is clear. And you are now floating across the sea aboard these splintered pieces of wood that came from the rowboat.
Oh my god. I didn't think we'd end up in the water so quickly. I'm disappointed. I didn't take water walk now.
Does anyone do anything for the moment that you guys are kind of floating there?
Not
Wish I
really.
could take water walk. Damn, it'd be
My
nice if
spells
I could
range
walk
from
on
not
water.
relevant to actually makes things worse.
Okay. Yeah, you see Captain Dunborough. He's kind of, he's there off to the side, on a piece of wood, and he kind of looks at all of you, and he's like, "Well, I wasn't expecting that." And let me see. Wait, where was it? No, it's. Where was it? Where was it? Wait, where the fuck is it? No, it's at the. It's not a key. No, it's a cloak. This is the whole reason I gave it to him.
You gave the captain a cloak.
Yeah, he has a cloak. Wait, what the fuck is it? Hold on. I'm sorry. I lost a piece.
He has a cloak called "Get the Fuck Out of Dodge." Used one per day to get the fuck out of here.
Oh, that's what it's called. That's what it's called. It was I'm sorry. I was thinking of yeah. So you guys are kind of floating there. Like I said, the moonlight is casting down upon you all. Off in the distance, where the moon is kind of casting its shine across the water, you actually begin to see a fog rolling in. And the captain looks around and he says, "Arr, I believe it is going to be here soon. I was hoping I wouldn't have to use one of these, but it seems befit that we need it."
Can we, um, like, swim? How deep is this? Is it the sea?
It is the ocean.
Stupendously
It
deep?
is like thousands of feet deep.
Stupid thousands of feet. That'd take forever. Never mind. I was gonna be like, can we walk? Because we can breathe underwater.
Oh, I mean, you can just like any amount of being underwater is not affecting you, other than you're just wet as fuck. But Tor, you actually see the captain. He begins fiddling around with the robe that is slung over his shoulder. As I have it in the picture that I put up earlier, he has this robe that's kind of like pulled around him. And you've only heard of this happening a few times, but you see him fiddling around with it, and he eventually pulls out a small patch. And as he plucks out the last string on it, you see this flash come from it, and he throws it out into the water, and you can see that from it, a new rowboat appears.
Boo.
And he swims over and climbs aboard and takes the... he climbs up on top of it, and then he helps all of you up as he looks at his robe and sees the patch. You can all see that underneath, right where his chest is, there is a series of patches underneath it. What the fuck? I did not say... Oh, I guess I did say series of... stupid... you can see that there's a number of patches underneath there. With a quick glance, you guys are able to see that there is one that has like a bag of what looks like gold coins, one that looks like a ladder, one that looks like a horse, one that looks like a red potion bottle. And you see another one that has a boat on it. And there's a few others, but you can't really make out what they are. But Captain Dunburu, he sits up on there and he turns around and looks at all of you and says, "Well, what a shame I had to use one of those. But I guess they come in handy."
Very handy.
Got but one more. This, and he kind of like gestures to it. He says, "'Twas one of my prizes on one of the excursions I was on. But," and he looks off in the distance towards where the fog is rolling in, and you guys can see a shadow cross the horizon that is in front of the moon. That is a massive ship with 3 large masts, as well as what looks like almost palisades on the back of it. And the captain looks at all of you and he says, "There be our target. The ship of the damned." And he starts rowing towards it. And that's where we're going to call it for tonight.
I had obscure question, but I'll just forget about it.
I mean, I could give you an obscure answer.
I was gonna say, were there any of them suckers floating in the water? Grab one up.
I mean, there is like...
Seems...
I mean, sure, I'll say there's bits and pieces of the tentacles like floating about, mixed with the debris and splinterings of the other rowboat.
I want to say was curious at how it freaking bitter and suctioned her at the same time, but
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the any of the pieces that are floating around as the captain is steering you guys towards the ship of the damned, you'll see that it has that the suckers on it have these barbs that are sort of going in a circular pattern around, where if it bites onto something, they can sort of sink in, and you get that constant biting damage.
Just Google it and you can see the little barbs on the sucker.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah, they fucking suck.
I don't know what I'm Googling.
Squid
It's
sucker.
not like an octopus.
Yeah. Yeah. Ryan, do want to say, fuck that spirit shroud with that movement.
I didn't expect it to be
I've got
as useful as it
slow.
was.
You know what? I wasn't either. Yeah, like it had. Oh yeah. Here, here's that picture. There you go, squid sucker. See, it's got fucking teeth.
Yep.
Like they are. They are
Oh, I was thinking
devious.
they were longer. I mean,
No,
that's
yeah.
not going to be fun, but I was thinking they were like needles when they're.
I imagine they would be. I mean, considering
Now,
on like
that's a small squid. Picture something huge.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
gross.
considering those sizes are like that, but the stuff that you guys were dealing with was the size of a horse, or was larger than the size of a horse. Yeah, those would be like more like shark teeth biting into you.
Maybe a short sword?
Yeah. Yeah, again, that spirit shroud definitely more powerful than I anticipated, because these things had there was like, if it used all of its movement to go down and come back up, that was where it was going to get the flipping of the boat. But it was going to have to use all of its movement once I realized that you reduced it by 10. That kind of sucked for me.
Mm.
But good use of it. Ooh, I guess I'm
It just